So for this look, I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. I just put about a dime size amount on my face and rub it in. Just makes your makeup stay on longer and it goes on a lot smoother too. And for this look, I'm using the Morphe 35O palette. I just got it in the mail. It's really pretty. Has a lot of fall colors in it. And first I'm taking a shimmery shade and putting it all over the lid. And I use my finger because I feel like it gives off more pigmentation when I use it instead of a brush. And then I'm using a blending brush and taking these two shades. First I'm taking the darker shade and putting it all over the crease and the brow bone, sort of. You'll see. Just make sure you blend really well. That's one of the most important steps of any makeup or eyeshadow look. Just blend. And blend some more. And this is where I'm going in with the lighter shade because it was a little bit too dark, so I just went in and kind of smoked it out a little bit. And here I'm going in with a darker shade just to deepen up the crease and give it some depth. But this time I'm only putting it in the crease. I don't put it any higher than the crease. So I just keep it in there. Just make sure you blend that out well too. And do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going back in with that same blending brush and just blending a little bit more. And don't mind if it gets messy because now we're going back in with the Neutrogena makeup wipe. Any makeup wipe will work. I just like these, but I'm just cleaning up the edge because it did get a little messy, but it's okay. It takes it off pretty well. And then I'm going in with the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Foundation. I really like this. It's full coverage, but it's not cakey looking. So I'm just dotting that all over the face. It applies better when you do that. Then I'm using Damp Beauty Blender. I got this at Sephora. I love how it works. I like the finish that it gives me. And it makes it look as natural as it can. And it blends out really well. And now I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I know it looks like a lot on camera, but once you blend it in, it won't be that much. So I just make triangles under my eyes. And this works as a highlighter too, so it's nice. And then I put a line down my nose and some on my forehead because I have a big forehead. Then I'm just blending that back out with a beauty blender. And sometimes it's tricky to get into the inner corner, but if you look up, it helps, especially to get under your eye. So just blend that out really well. Blend, blend, blend. And sometimes I turn the Beauty Blender over to the side that I use the foundation on just to kind of make everything flow together. And now I'm using the Coty, I think, powder from Walmart. I'll put everything in the description box, but I just put this all over my face to set everything. Because I have oily skin, like around the T-zone, and then the rest of my skin is dry, so I have to set it. But if you have dry skin, you probably won't have to set this. Now for the fun part. How I fill in my eyebrows, I start at the bottom line and I draw a line, and then I go to the middle and where the arch is, and I just work back from there. I work towards the end of the eyebrow, and then I come back to the front. It's really easy to mess this part up, but just take your time and do really short like brush strokes. And if you mess up, you can always blend it out. So like that one. And then I go in with the eyebrow brush and I just brush through them to make them look a little bit more natural. It softens them up. So I start at the bottom line, make that line. And then I start at the arch in the middle and work my way to the back. And then I work my way towards the front. It's really not that hard, it just takes practice. Then I brush through them again. And now for the tricky part. I use the Kat Von D liquid eyeliner, and this can be difficult, but you just have to take your time. So I make a line, I start from the inner corner and I make a line to the outer corner and just connect them, and then fill in where I've missed a spot. And if you need to make it thicker, you can. That's what I'm doing here. And if you want it darker, you can just go back over it. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. So I'll go from the inner corner to the outer corner. And I never do it the same twice, so don't worry. And if you mess up, you can always wipe it off and start over. It's no big deal. I've had to do that many times. Okay, with the wing, I start from the outside and work my way in, and then I go from the inside and go back up to fill in, if that makes sense. And then I'll flip it out. So I'll show you again in a second. So I start from the outside and I go in, and then from the inside I work my way back out, filling in and making it even. If you want it longer, you can just flick it like I did there. And for mascara, I use the Younique Transplanting Gel. I don't really like to use the fibers just because they irritate my eyes, but I really like this mascara. Mascara probably takes me the longest time to do, just because I have to focus so much on it. Now I'm using a Loreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I got this from Walmart. I really like it. And to contour, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I really like this. I got it from Sephora too. But on camera, it's coming up really dark and really muddy looking. But in person, it's not this dark. And it doesn't look so harsh. So I just put that in the hollows of my cheek. And right here, I'm kind of putting it too high. But then I realize it. So you put it in the hollows of your cheek. You can make the fishy face if you can't find them. And then after I do that, make sure you blend it out really well. And then after I do that, I put it on the temples and then on the outside of my forehead, near my hairline. Just make sure you blend it really well. And blend some more. And then I also contour my nose because I don't like my nose, so I go down the bridge on both sides of my nose and just blend it out really, really well. Then I also put a little bit on the bottom. But if you don't blend this out, you're going to look kind of crazy. So just make sure you blend it really well. I make such nice faces when I'm doing my makeup. Okay, now I'm going in with the NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner. I love this eyeliner so much. I've had it about 3 months and I still haven't run out yet, and I use it every day. But it's really, really black and pigmented, so it doesn't take a lot. Then I'm going back in with mascara and putting it on the bottom lashes. And then putting some more on the top. And now I'm going in with the MAC's Whirl lipstick. It's a pretty rosy color. It's pretty neutral. I feel like it's a pretty fall color. And it was a little too dark, so I put some of the concealer that was left over it just to lighten it up a little bit. So that is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to say anything else, just let me know. Thanks for watching.